Hello. As most of you may know, you want an explanation video of my latest post. Well, I'm here to deliver. I'll start off with a few things. I do not express hatred towards Millie Mary, but with the way her actions has affected me and how she delivered them. I still respect her as a content creator, but I will not interact with her if she is ever in a game with me. She had said things to me that me and others friends do not agree on. I will talk more about it later in the video. This video may make me seem immature and selfish, but I am just sharing an experience that had pissed me off and mostly confused me. The main issue had started in February. Mary had unfriended me abruptly, without so much as a warning. I had friended her back, thinking she did it on accident. That was not the case. A day or so later, I logged back into Roblox, only to see that she had unfriended me again. That's when I knew it was intentional. She joins a server in WCUE with some of my friends and I PM her, asking her why she had unfriended me. I was a little confused and shocked, but I kept calm and tried to be open-minded. Side note, unfortunately, I didn't screenshot the first conversation, so you either trust me or you don't. Luckily, I did screenshot our second conversation and thirdish conversation as well. At first, she claimed that I didn't have her on my friends list on my channel. She stated that because of that, she assumed that we weren't friends anymore. At first, I kinda laughed at myself, thinking, okay, this can't be the reason. I told her that YouTube can glitch sometimes and that it might have deleted the channel from the list, and it was out of my control. She then says that I was very distant and that she didn't think we should be friends because there was something about tones in the chat and how she had trouble differentiating them. She had also talked about how we don't know each other well, which I would have understood, but back then I was still in shock and sort of not really reading much into the conversation. I was still trying to at least salvage it. I had apologized and told her the reasons that I was being distant, such as my mom's diagnosis, school tests, and just life in general basically. She moves over it like I hadn't even spoken, making it about how she didn't trust people because of the chat again. Another side note, this is from what I remember, so I may miss some parts, apologies in advance. This is what made me mad. Instead of acknowledging my reasons, she had made it about her issues again. Looking back at it, I can understand her reasoning. But back then, I told her that if there was something wrong, I would have been happy to help and talk to her. Instead, she said she had trouble trusting me and others. Again, looking back at it now, I can understand where she was coming from, but back then I was confused most of the time. So thinking that this year-long friendship was done and over with, I had told her my last words. I think I was full on dissociating or something, because I don't remember any of what I said. She and I repeated ourselves, going in circles, until she finally said, "You don't understand me, Chimkin." She then left abruptly. I was just left in shock. This was the end of our first conversation. I had told some of my friends and wanted to get insight about the issue because I didn't seem to think clearly and was honestly just really upset about the whole ordeal. A ton of them had mixed views, but overall, agreed on how she handled the situation badly, but sympathizing for both of us. One friend I told had wanted to make sure she was alright. They told me that they had went to message her on Discord, and she had demanded that they told her why they were asking. They had told her what I told them and what went down. They said they just wanted to make sure she was alright. She then flipped out and said that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone and demanded that they didn't tell anyone. They had agreed and left her be. I told them that she doesn't have a reason to be mad at them for just checking in on her, and that it was honestly ridiculous in my opinion, and told them to message her about continuing our discussion. They told me that Millie started getting distant with them and stopped talking to them as well, not saying hello when they joined her, etc., etc. When they told her about me wanting someone to talk to and talk about their own opinion and tried explaining, her words to them were, "That is not okay with me. I will not be continuing this any further." She had apparently told them that if I had an issue, then I should have came to her and talked. Now some small information. I do not have Discord and I probably never will. I believe I had told all of my friends this when I first hung out with them, including her. Some of you may not want to know the reason, but for simplicity's sake, I don't have it because I just never had the need to get it. When my friend told me this, I was a bit surprised, but thought that she might have forgotten. I had also gotten confused, because if I should have talked with her, how? Like I said, I don't have Discord and she unfriended me, so how? Anyway, those were just my thoughts. They did, and a day or so later, I see she's friended me again. I accept it, and join her when I was available and saw her in WCUE. I will be sharing some screenshots of the following conversation, and explaining some of them. For some background information, I had made a post that basically apologized to her and claimed that we both need to get our shit together. That was what she claimed was inappropriate. Another thing that I had noticed was how she was the one who had brought up a friend of mine who was also her friend, but she had unfriended them abruptly too first, but then told me that she didn't want to speak about them. I just found it confusing as hell, rereading all of it. She had also made it seem like it was my fault for not being able to be online, which, hello? Time zones, real life, I couldn't be online that much. And she never once apologized for how she acted. Even though she understood how I was going through a rough time, why wasn't that a part of the conversation we first had? She constantly made me feel that it was my fault for not being online and not hanging out with her. In the live that I have up on my channel, I had only briefly and vaguely talked about why I was mad, and kept her anonymous throughout the entire stream, never once name-dropping her. A few weeks pass, and whenever some of my friends were in game, and she was with me, I would at least try to make small talk. Unsurprisingly, she ignored everything that I had said, as if I wasn't even there. Here are some more. The cutoff text says, "Listen, just because we don't speak anymore." And here, I was talking with Z about a book. Do not harass them into the drama, because they don't know about it. Anyway, my final thoughts and comments. Whatever you all think, please comment, and if you have any questions, be sure to ask, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. I don't know if our falling out was the reason that she had created a new version of herself. That's open for debate. My post that I made was made from emotions and not being reasonable, so that's why I made it. If Millie ever had boundaries that I crossed, I don't know, because she had never voiced them to me. I feel like if she did, then this entire thing could have been managed better, but that's just me. Or if she had a friend of hers come up to me, then I feel like this whole issue could have been avoided together. If there is more to say, I will make a post or another video on this topic, but other than that, that's the situation. This is the conclusion. Until then,